you want to introduce this episode?
Ryan, give me a bass line. Denali, give me a funky, fresh 90s guitar riff. Summertime. GBGBs, summertime episode. GBGBs, into the summer break. GBGBs. Okay, I don't.
That was good. That was good, guys.
I don't know.
I might get caught by the Seinfeld copyright strike.
Oh,
God damn it, Ryan.
Okay.
Jesus.
Shit.
You
Hello.
gotta scrap the whole intro.
No, that thing's not copyrighted because that dude was improv. Like, that's like the big thing about Seinfeld. That intro, you know, he did. Well, I don't think the intro, but like every time that he drops that bass line in the show, it's a new bass line. He does it. He's sitting there scoring it.
Okay, fine. Let Jay say the intro.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland Summer Break Edition. End of the summer. Children are going back to school. Events are hopefully calming down. My sanity is returning. I am your host, co-host. It's been a while. Co-host.
Yep.
Jace Barley. And with
Beautiful.
me.
Oh, I'm going second.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Denali. This is fresh. This is new and fresh. You know, we're feeling refreshed after a vacation and thought we'd change it up a little bit. And it's been a while. The boys are back in town.
Now that is copyright.
But it's been a while since the three of us have been together. We've released a couple of bonus summer break episodes, and we thought we would get the band together just for off the cuff jam sesh and just talk about what we've been up to. Give some GBGB updates before we get back in the swing of things. It just wouldn't feel right just to pick up work again. You know, it's like when you get back to your job after a vacation, you don't really want to do work right away, so you spend like a good 3 to 4 weeks just kind of bullshitting around before you get back in the swing.
Realizing you hate it right away, though. Not a great...
A newly refreshed hatred for your career after a relaxing vacation. But I mean, how have you guys been? I mean, I've talked to you guys individually, plenty, but not as a group. Yeah.
Have we all had COVID now? Is it just me?
Oh, fuck. Did the three of us get COVID during our vacations? Ryan, did you get it?
I've had it. I'm a COVID oldie.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had
Didn't you get it?
January.
You had that shit. Did you have it pre-vaxxy, Ryan? Were you
No,
one of
I
first
was even boosted.
adopters?
No, I was boosted.
Okay. Yeah, Jace. I mean, I'm glad to see you're alive after yours. And Ryan, you're well. Yeah, we made it. We fucking made it. I'm still dealing with some COVID shit. I talked about it a little bit in the Sonic episode, but I'm fucking fine. I can do the cast. That's all I need, baby.
But I still don't shit normal. So
well, yeah, me either.
I've never shit normal.
I might be there now.
Really?
Huh? My GI tract. Swear.
Gone, right?
I was never a scout, but I'll put it up anyway.
Scout's honor. Scout's honor. You've been shitting.
Is that the left hand? Is that the right hand?
It's the right hand.
Scout's honor.
Wait, Scout's honor. You've been shitting your pants?
Scout's honor. I've been shitting my pants.
Oh man. You know, that is a symptom of COVID. We did know, I did know like a mutual coworker, and they said that all they had was really bad gas when they got COVID. They were COVID positive. No coughing, no lung things, just terrible. They said the worst gas they've ever had in their life, which must be quite bad. But if I had to fucking choose, gas sucks, but if I had to choose my symptoms, yeah, I'd pick gas every goddamn time.
Yeah,
couldn't test positive in my nose, though. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Just my stomach problems have evolved to the point where gas is is painful. It's not just it's hilarious. I'm farting all the time. If I have a period where I consider myself gassy due to my stomach problems, it's not a good time. I have to go home.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to be home if you're COVID positive, but at least no one's hooked up to a fucking ventilator.
The iron butt.
The worst gas in your butt, dude, juicing you,
How many times have we talked about
iron
machines attached to butts?
It's the logical endpoint.
It just sucks it out for you, Yeah.
It's probably like a big bellow, you know, where you just like
it's in SpongeBob where he's like the fish just has his butt in the iron butt, and he goes, "Oh, it itches."
But yeah, like we each of us went out of country, OOC, in the midst of our Anne Hathaway season, which has been weird because we haven't recorded an episode, I guess, chronologically in 2 months. And the Anne Hathaway season has felt like something that I haven't been able to digest because we haven't fucking finished it. Like, usually we blow straight through them, and it's like, boom, chapter done, don't worry about it. But I've had Anne Hathaway movies kind of just floating in my head in like just this like weird way where I'm just like, I just need to fucking watch 10 and just get it, just get it done. So that's been the other thing that's been kind of eating away.
I'm the opposite. I'm kind of over it. I'm not dreading finishing out. I'm dreading finishing out the season, and I'm kind of. We chose Anne Hathaway. Well, we voted obviously on what we wanted to do, but we realized we didn't want to also be sexist buttholes, and we wanted to open this up to reviewing movies of a female actor.
Which is our default state, is sexist buttholes. I mean, it's hard for us to.
It's there have been a lot of challenges with it.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a lot of things that we realize are double standards that we can say with men that we cannot say.
We've learned a lot about ourselves, yeah, agree.
And I would prefer pretty much every time I think to do a theme now.
I'm ready for a theme.
Yeah, I'm ready to go theme. I'm
especially after this
theme.
one.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to disrespect Anne Hathaway anymore than I have. But we have 2 more movies left. And we can cross that bridge when we need to. But in the meantime, let's talk about maybe how our vacations went. Like what have we been up to in the past 2 months? Life events. There's been shit happening, and I feel like we can use this opportunity just for our fans. Fans have been DMing us, and they're like, "Are you guys fucking broken up? You guys like the fucking Beatles, huh? You guys gonna go off and do your solo albums now with your GBGB summer breaks?" And this is to those fans. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You stupid idiots.
Is that to Kaimi and Brent, the only 2 people that text us asking about when we'd get content?
Thank you for listening, Brent and Kaimi. But yeah, I mean, do you want maybe Ryan? Do you want to tell us how we can go top down?
I've had a big one like that. Yeah? That's crazy. And like I was thinking about this the other day in the context of how long it took me to get a doctor's appointment.
Dude,
is it crazy or what?
So long, and secondly, I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment before this. I got called, which I had to schedule months out in advance for just a primary care physician. I get a call today. Hey, Anne is actually delivering a baby right now. We're gonna have to reschedule. And I'm like, oh,
how dare.
Okay. I'm like, I mean, that's fine. Like, obviously, somebody having a baby is probably better than me having her like touch my liver and make sure it's not a rock. They're like, yeah, I think we can get you in like another month, a month from now.
That's it's really long wait times right now. Probably because everyone's quitting healthcare.
June, we were making these appointments, and they said, end of August, and plus like 2 places turned us down. And
are you too unhealthy? There's like, fuck this, I'm not.
No,
I can't do this.
Like they're like, you want to see what? Hey, everybody, this guy wants to see a doctor. And so that's like next week. And I'm like, wow, a lot has happened since I started that process. Mm-hmm. But it's the same as our podcast. I mean, that was when we last recorded. But like, since then, we decided that we wanted to buy a house. We put in offers on houses.
Whew.
Got an offer accepted. Did all that paperwork. Closed on the house. Moved in 25 days ago. Like,
wow.
And we went on a 2-week European vacation.
It's been 25 days since you moved in, and
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's like, I've had a crazy summer, probably the craziest summer of my life, in that I'm part of the landed gentry.
Landed gentry? You're a father now, and it's fucking crazy. Like,
that's not what that means.
Yeah, man, you own land out of the 3 of us. Jace, you don't own any
you don't
property,
own
right?
Shit.
You know, are we landed? Yeah.
No, I guess technically, no, potentially. I could potentially own land.
Yeah, but I could potentially own land too.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
let's make this very clear.
Yeah.
I live in a city that has a cost of living about 1/4 of yours. So
Oh no, I mean my family owns property in Willow, and I might get that like when my mom dies.
Good
Not,
for you.
not like.
You think you're better than me?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, no current property.
No, I mean, I don't think I legally own anything. Honestly, I mean, everything's just subscription based nowadays. I think I'm just fucking borrowing everything.
And so, yeah, I agree. And I've lived in an apartment for the last 10 years since I moved out of my folks' place, and like they even rent. They don't have a house either. So it's like really weird. I'm like sometimes like, oh, I really want to hang this photo up, but I don't have any more command strips. Well, I can just put a damn nail in the wall, like things like that, and realizing
This is a problem for future, right?
Yeah, we don't have neighbors. You know, we can just like turn the TV up. Our TV is like now about 5 or 6 notches above where it was in the apartment, like perpetually.
Let them rip. I'm looking forward to
it. But now we also
my
found
TV
out that
rip
like
one
our
day.
TV is cheap as fuck, and like the back reverberates when you turn the volume up to where I want it.
Is that why homeowners have better TVs? It's because they realize their,
They can turn
their
the
shit
volume
TV is the volume. Does it also feel good that in the founding fathers' eyes that you will now be able to vote legally?
Yeah, that's what I mean
here
by the landed gentry. It's like I have certainly
You're one of the
certainly when they redistribute the wealth in this country, I will get most of it.
Props. Shout out to the redistribution of wealth. That is going to get me $20,000 off my student loans.
But we should give it only to the people who already have it.
already have wealth.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. They
Because
need it
now
the
I'm
most.
one of those people, and I want to further my own interests.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, Ryan. Because like me and Jace, we're setting up the guillotines, and now we know somebody on the other side.
You see about that.
This is gonna be hard, dog.
Yeah, I've had a pretty big shift in my way of thinking.
Yeah. You better start buying anti-pitchfork vests, because I mean, you're on the other side now.
Yeah, and we don't even have a fence, you guys.
You don't want a fence.
I want to keep keep you
Oh,
guys out.
Yeah, have you guys ever been rioting and then you saw a white picket fence and you're like, ah, shit, and you just turn around and go home?
Time.
It's every. How do they know? How do they know it stops me? God. How's your trip, Ryan? How was Europe?
Oh, it was fantastic. We went to Iceland and the UK, and it was the time of my life. And I still lay awake in bed and reminisce. And I don't like going and sitting in a little small four-walled office for periods of my day. And I would really rather that I'm at a different point in my life or at a different point in society where that's not expected of me for the next 50 years.
Hear, hear.
Or are we recording?
Just like everybody. Yes. He's finally there. Was that your first big vacation?
Yeah, that was my first big vacation. Like I've done that a few days, here and there, like up to a week, but never been out of North America, and I've never been to Mexico even.
Wow, cool.
Just road trips really to Canada. And I mean the thing is put in perspective, the three of us are from Alaska.
Yeah.
Right.
So whenever we go home, that's like someone's dream vacation.
There are a lot of people that don't leave their state.
Yeah.
There are people that have never left South Dakota.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people didn't leave Alaska too. I mean, plus it's just such an ordeal to leave that state too.
And get there. I mean, let's be real. I'm very fortunate in how much I've traveled, and even before this big trip, my parents, that's what they say to me. It's like, "Wow, you're really well traveled," and I'm like, yeah, I've been nowhere, but I actually really do agree. I've been over a lot of America.
It's kind of hot, dude. Did you see anything crazy out in Iceland? Did you see any Northern Lights and shit? I mean, I know a little bit of Iceland, but I don't know a lot.
We cast of Game of Thrones.
We saw a lot. We went to some Game of Thrones shoots on accident.
Tight,
We just showed up at these cool places, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this isn't Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, this isn't Game of Thrones."
He took that picture with the whole cast. They sat down and they met.
That's right. Yeah, we'll post it on our IG story. Yeah, we'll post it on Instagram where he meets the cast.
The thing, my favorite part of Iceland, which was phenomenal, and it overshadowed the rest of the trip. But me and Julie were sitting in this little pub in the southernmost tip of Iceland, this little village.
I think it's Poob there with the
No,
umlaut.
I think they've anglicized it. And we were thinking like, oh wow, this is amazing. We got to be very experienced. Like, we got to like have the time, like, and be trying to have an authentic Iceland experience. Even though we're saying like an Airbnb and stuff, but like it's still like. And there's this guy, American family. The guy walks in with his wife and two like teenage children, and he sits down at the bar with an American accent and says, "Yeah, I'll have it dark and stormy." And meanwhile, we're looking at this menu, and it's like Icelandic fish stew, and like all these like local
Whale
beers,
beer.
and like things like that. And so it made me so irrationally angry, and I ordered the weirdest thing on their menu, which was Sheep-dung whiskey.
Oh my god.
And it was good.
Was it actually like Dookie of the sheep?
Yeah. So it was like roast. That's how they roast it. So the peat moss, they roast hunks of shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, peat moss is basically hunks of shit. So.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't taste bad.
And you said this was whiskey, right? So I've never had whiskey.
I know, and that's something we need to address.
You've never had like Jim Beam?
I'm not about to spend like $40 on a bottle I might like. Like, I'm not gonna do that, dude.
I was so close when you told me that to like door dashing you one.
I mean, so what's the flavor like? Like, does it taste that close to shit that
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, you get like you get a little bit of the smokiness, but like it's
of
just
shit?
I mean, everything's so complex and overpowering anyways, like you don't really taste the shit. Just a little bit of note.
Okay.
Mostly
pretty good.
Cherries, acorns, a hint of dung.
Tastes more shit going to work every day than you do in a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey-yo. Sweet, Ryan. I mean, I'm glad you had a great time. That's super tight too. Like, I loved seeing your guys' Instagram posts too. Looked beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't finished that crap.
Tight. Well, Jace, you went somewhere warmer. You went to Mexico, right?
Yeah, my big things. Went to Mexico with my family and like 9 other groups, and got to watch my brother and his friends act like absolute rock stars at a resort.
I thought you were gonna say dickheads, but
yeah, dickheads too. Chain smoking cigarettes, walking around drinking pina coladas every day. Just
oh my god,
like 1,000-yard stare with how drunk they were. And I got traveler's diarrhea and COVID back to back. And like I said, I haven't been the same.
The double whammy.
And that was fun. I think I didn't get traveler's diarrhea the first time I went to Mexico. And that was peak COVID.
Yeah.
So that really ruined it for me.
Yeah, you were texting us. You were like, I might not make it, guys.
I didn't know if I would make it.
Diarrhea's pretty bad. Yeah.
But yet, if I looked at your Instagram, I wouldn't have guessed because you were still enjoying the amenities of the resort.
Oh, yeah. When I didn't know that I had COVID and I thought it was just traveler's diarrhea because the symptoms were the same, I didn't really get anything in the upper respiratory.
And I was toilet pics, though.
Yeah,
I wish that wasn't there.
I was just sending pictures of my shredded abdominal muscles because I was pooping out everything and I was lean.
And then did everybody in your family get sick during
everybody?
That trip? Holy crap, dude!
Everybody. And then 27 people went. 24 of the people got traveler's diarrhea, and then I know my entire family got COVID. Other one, I went up to Nelson, British Columbia. For a frisbee tournament. And Nelson is like, if you like go due north of Pullman. So it's almost an 8-hour drive from Seattle.
Man, I've never even heard of this place.
Absolutely beautiful. If I could retire anywhere, if I could have a house or just like live somewhere, probably somewhere like Nelson. You're sitting on this giant glacial fed, it's a fucking river. They can fuck themselves. They think it's a lake. It gets wide enough and slow enough that they think it's a fucking lake. It's a river. It's a fucking river. It's got flow.
Stupid town. It's a river.
I didn't even try to get into an argument about it, but I was like, oh, I'm going to go jump in the river. And the tournament director was right there, who was a very nice person. They were like, oh, yeah, it's actually a lake. And I was like, well, I mean, okay, yeah, cool, sure. And she's like, every year, one of you Americans wants to argue about whether it's a lake or a river. And I was like, no, I mean, I'm okay with calling it a lake. I just know that it's a part of a river system. And then another Canadian came up and they're like, yeah, well, it is kind of a river.
I'm looking at a picture right now, and it must be the world's longest, thinnest lake
Yeah, I
stretching
did look
across
at
the
it.
continent.
It obviously connects to a much more lake-like body of water.
Yeah.
So why not just be like, yeah, okay, that's the lake.
Yeah.
Google doesn't even try to label the river/lake next to that town too, because Google's like, I'm not gonna fucking even deal. I'm not even touch that. Like,
I don't want to have any part of Kootenay Lake at all.
mm-hmm.
But and the highlight of this is, one, this town is like beautiful. It's situated in between, like, if you've ever been along the Columbia River, and it's huge, and you're in this deep chasm, this giant valley essentially, but it's like really wooded on both sides. So it was hot, but like still very green. It's like you go through the high desert portion of the Palouse, and then you end up back in kind of like really green territory.
Sort of like North Cascades, like almost.
Yeah, but for the tournament itself, it's like smack dab in one of these parks, in like one of the most beautiful locations I've ever seen. Nicest fields ever. We stay 20 minutes north of the city. There's this place called Harrop, and it's got a continuously moving cable-driven ferry that goes back and forth across the river every 15 minutes. It's got room for like 30 cars. So the only way to get to Harrop is to drive up there, get on this ferry that goes all the way back and forth. And if you go up to the Harrop Proctor Ferry, if you're still on the map,
I'm looking at it right now.
There's a picture of it. And I got on that. Well, I walked into the water at like 12:30 a.m. after the party because I was like, I'm gonna go take a quick dip. And then the ferry came back, and the tournament director was there, and she was like, "Do you guys want to do a dance party on the ferry?" And we're like, "It's like midnight. Can we get on the ferry?" She was like, "Yeah, it'll make the driver's night." So we get on that ferry, like 5 of us. We have a group of 20. 15 of them are like, I don't think we should get on the ferry. I don't think we should do it.
Are we gonna get murdered?
We have a dance party on this ferry. We get to the other side. I swear to God, the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life gets out of that ferry driver box. And he walks up, he puts his hands on the rails, and he looks down. And I think all 5 of us dancing on that ferry fell in love with him at that moment. And I remember the only issue was like his name, and I can't remember it. It's like he told us his name, and you were like, oh.
Was it an ugly name?
It was an ugly name.
Was it like Harold or like Keith?
No, worse.
There's like 3 Harolds and a couple Keiths listening, and they're like, oh.
Oh, fuck. Cletus. What's a Fester? I've heard of Fester.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty ugly. It's like
Jethro.
Wow. Okay. It wasn't ugly and unique. It was just like
George. George is actually kind of an ugly name. Like,
I've known some ugly motherfuckers named George.
Yeah. Well, it's like, think of like they did a test about George Clooney. They said, imagine George Clooney, and imagine his name was Ryan. And now look at him, and suddenly he's more attractive because Ryan is considered a more attractive name.
Isn't he like a brother named Ryan?
I mean, think about like if his name was George Gosling. Suddenly he's uglier, right?
Yeah. Kind of weird. You focus on all the negative things about him.
I know, it's kind of weird, yeah. Well, I mean, did it work out? Were you guys able to get back from Harrop? Like,
that ferry is like tax funded there. It literally has to run nonstop. He's not allowed to sit on one side, so he just took us back. And if you look, it's like
it's shorter than I imagined.
It's like a 10-minute ferry ride. Yeah, and continuously, all day, every day, throughout the night.
Wow.
And he was like, we're like, so what do you have to do? We walked on this ferry. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna write 6 passengers, 12:30 a.m. And we're
just in case there's a murder.
And
that sounds sweet. Passengers get onto the ferry.
Yes.
5 passengers get off.
The final part of this is we are having it's a Frisbee tournament with a bunch of people, probably like 200 people at this little campsite called Harrop Hall. And they had a DJ come, so we're all going crazy. And there's a local showed up. He walked onto the property and like had a beer and was just standing like this, like behind people. And like, I was just like, I looked at this dude and I'm like, that guy's not a Frisbee player. What the fuck is he doing here? I like turned to somebody else and I'm like, what is he doing here? What is going on? And
he's the murderer. Yeah.
And then I found out, that he was like a local. He showed up. He tried to sell people some coke, which
Huh.
I mean, overall, from like a Frisbee tournament, I thought would be fine, I guess. But I think he did it to the tournament director, and she was like, "Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing here?" And then he left, and then he came back, and then he threatened to punch somebody, and then...
Huh. Well, sounds like a chill guy. Sounds like a real cool dude.
The party amplifier, we call him.
Yeah.
They take misdemeanors to a felony.
Well, that sounds lovely. Besides that dude, I mean, that sounds like a magical place where people just chill.
You can cut half of that. Nelson, BC. Go to Nelson,
Yeah.
BC. It's beautiful.
Okay.
You gave me a good idea for a horror movie, though, man. Kids
like
show
like
up to a
ferry.
remote
Yeah.
town, throw a little party, get on the ferry.
Dance party.
Yeah, one of them doesn't get off.
Ooh.
Oh shit! And then every time it drops off a new stop, one of them disappears. They don't know
Something
why.
like that.
And then the last guy, he's about to stop and hair up, and he's like, "Oh fuck, am I gonna disappear?" And then he has to fight the driver. And turns out it was his birthday surprise party, and everyone's been underneath the cabin, and it's all good.
Oh, I was thinking like an actual scary movie where like you so fuck
They're
your
all
idea.
werewolves.
But we have one person goes missing. Everybody gets off on their side. They do a head count, and then they see the ferry leave to go back across the other side. And they're like, oh no, they're dead or they're still on the ferry. And so they wait for it to get back, and they get on, and there's nobody on the ferry. And so they have to like figure out where this person went, and then eventually they find out like evidence, blood or whatever, and they scream and they run off the ferry when it gets to the other side or whatever. And then they come to their senses and they do some local investigation. This stuff happens to travelers all the time. And then they like, we got to get back on that ferry.
Don't go on the ferry now. It's not
And then
safe.
at the end of the movie, there's a yellow sign that's obviously accidentally fallen over, and it says, "Watch step, loose grate." And everyone's really just falling through the crate and dying.
It's a great horror movie.
Boom, boom. Summer.
Okay. Well,
Denali,
Yeah.
please tell us,
Yes,
how was
okay.
your vacation?
Well, I had a good vacation too. I went out to, I guess, the place that's in the middle of Mexico and Iceland, which was Spain. I don't remember my latitudes, but we went to Spain for Primavera Sound, the music festival. I saw like all my favorite bands. It was very tight. We went to Barcelona, which I can say now because I've been there. But anyways, I went to Barcelona. It was great. It was very cool. Ate a shitload of food. The street food's like a lot cheaper, and their fucking rail system is amazing, as expected. Saw like some of my favorite bands, like Ride and Slowdive, were my favorite shoegaze bands. I saw the fucking Strokes, which was like one of my lifelong dreams. We almost died in the pit. I think I told you guys about that. That was kind of a
Amber
crowd
got knocked
crush.
down, right?
Yeah, she got knocked down when a mosh pit involuntarily formed around us. And then she fell over, and we kind of had a scary moment there. It was extremely hot. People like were almost passing out. But the Strokes had a good show. And then I saw Charlie XCX, who's like my favorite pop star, and that was fucking amazing. I was like in tears.
Maybe I
It
didn't
was
know that.
Wasn't
And then,
Run the Jewels was at that?
They were. We didn't catch them. I think they were. There was a lot of different like scheduling conflicts. We had to kind of just like buckle down and go to some that we wanted to. And then we went to Valencia, and I met like my favorite band ever. I told you guys about that. My favorite band's like Dive. It's DIIV. We found them in a tiny rock club there. There was like 50 people there, and I got to talk to them and got like photos with them and talk to them about their podcast that I'm a total fucking nerd about. And it was great, dude. I was on cloud 9 during that whole thing. But then after that, it took a dark turn. We were supposed to go to Andalusia, and I got COVID, and we had to cancel our whole trip. I was just we bought an Airbnb, rental, whatever, and then I was just kind of up in this Airbnb tower for 10 straight days. Didn't leave the room. Had its own bathroom and everything, and Amber just kind of slid food into the door like I was some kind of like dungeon prisoner. And I just watched YouTube videos on my phone for 10 days and read books in that tower.
You're better than most everybody that was at that concert and also got COVID and just...
They all fucking went on planes. Yeah, they all immediately went back on the plane. I'm actually pretty sure I got it on the plane there. because there was no goddamn masks, and the girl in front of me was dying for 19 hours, just coughing, mouth wide open, just everywhere. I was extremely angry that whole time, but thankfully I was the only one to get sick during that whole time too. So yeah, it's that part kind of sucked, but whatever, man. Like, you know, that's just kind of like a funny quirk of life. And then we got home, and they like Iberia Airlines lost their baggage for like 2 months, which was nuts.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get it back?
Yeah. I just got it back recently.
Was everything in there?
Yeah, everything was in there because we had been calling them every day, and then they were just kind of like, you know, the airline situation kind of sucks. We don't know where your bag is. And I was like, you guys going to like pay me? And they're like, we don't know. Click. Like, basically that was the situation until one day just a dude in an unmarked van literally like rolled up to our place at like 11 at night, threw my baggage against the door, and then knocked on the door and then ran away and peeled out into the night. And then that was my bag.
That's how they. Yeah, I had my bag lost going to Georgia, and Delta literally has a delivery system like Uber for your bag.
Yeah, I thought that was.
And they were like, oh, we're gonna get your bag to you tomorrow sometime. Put your address in, and then like ding 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 ding, thwap. Obviously getting thrown against the door, and
yeah, I thought it was very, very strange. But yeah, I mean, I do miss, you know, I mean, like anyone who goes to another country for vacation, they always like think about the food and shit. Like, I fucking miss these things called bocadillos in Spain, which are just these simple ass baguettes with like manchego cheese and like kind of like prosciutto in them. And I ate like 3 of those a day for the entire thing. It's like when I went to Hawaii and ate like 100 masubis when I was there. It's something that's simple and a little trashy, but like in the best way. I've been trying to make them here, and it's just not the goddamn same.
We didn't have any food that was like that was available all over in the UK, except they have like one grocery store, and it's called the Co-op. Like, we have co-ops here. They have co-ops there. It's like one chain, and everything looks exactly the same on the branding and like that. But you can find them in, like, every little fishing village as well. And so we're up in the north of Scotland, and, like, no restaurants are open. We drove 10 minutes to find one bar. But there's a co-op. And you go in, and it's exactly the same as the co-op in, like, downtown London. And that's how we survived. Is we would go in, and we would spend like, £5 for, like, a day's worth of food at the co-op. And they had these amazing snacks. And I still, that's what I think about, is, like, the 2-pound snacks from the co-op.
Nice. I've wondered this because I haven't been to the UK officially, like only in the airport. Is there a UK food you particularly miss, like, or is it all just kind of like beans on toast?
Oh man, I had, I think, the best meal of my entire life in London.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those pubs and like restaurants have been open for like 200 years. You know. Yeah. So we went to this one in particular for like our anniversary night. We kind of upscaled
McDonald's.
No, it's serious pub food, and like really. So we had like chicken, like a roasted chicken. She was like, "I want a roasted chicken," and I had like a cod. I was like, "I'll take this cod, stupid dish," and it just mind-blowingly flavorful. And the gravies and things like that were, I think, what I'm going to miss more. Like their steak and ale pies and stuff, where it's like everything is just, oh, you want a savory dish? We're not gonna go half savory and add some like American stuff on the side. We're gonna go 100% savory. If you order this fucking savory dish, dude, you're not gonna know what the fuck hit you. And like that's what I miss the most, is just kind of like having a meal that sits in front of you and it's just like
full
just
savory.
Dig in. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that sounds great. I am gonna make my way there someday.
I would love to go back
and hopefully eat a bunch of hand pies. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, that was my vacation. Just came back and then resumed work at the Hollywood Bowl, which has been sick, and started extra gigs, guys.
Yeah, I know. So this is where our conversation was before we started the episode. Denali, you've been quite the background fodder.
That's right, baby. Boys on the big screen.
If you have been within fart-smelling distance of famous people, like you could have accidentally walked through gas. Or purposefully, if you saw like a...
Oh, I was trying for sure.
Did you ever get to talk to like the ADs or anybody like that? Or were you just talking to PAs and stuff?
It kind of depends too, because obviously like extras are kind of just like, you know, like meat in needed in the scene. So yeah, like I get talked to by ADs or, you know, assistant directors and PAs, but it's mostly like I am the receiver of their commands.
Yeah.
Where they just kind of snap their fingers and like, get the fuck over here. And it's like it's exactly like how I imagined it, which is crazy.
Well, it's been portrayed a lot on film. Like, they love themselves, so they film themselves acting like themselves.
But mainly, like, I would talk to other extras, because I've only done a couple gigs. Like, I'm totally new to this shit. But a lot of them are just kind of like, yeah, here's what you do. You lay back in the cut, you just bring a bunch of extra cell phone chargers, and you just hang the fuck out for 12 hours. But no, it's been cool. I haven't, like, since everything I've done is in the last, like, month or two, all this shit's going to come out in, like, 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just laying down seeds and seeing if I'm going to be in anything later.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
My mom and Julie are both excited.
Oh, excellent!
Yeah.
So you guys maybe will see the back of your boy's head.
They want they want
shots.
updates when it's out. And my mom one
Hell
time
yeah.
she called me and was like, "Hey, did you watch this true crime series?" She thinks I like true crime. And
Yeah, it's like work.
yeah, I know. And I was like, "No, I didn't watch it. Actually, I got an offer to be in it." They shot it at my law school, and we all were also sitting around a table, and we were like, looked at each other and were like, nah. And then when
you should have done it.
Yeah, I totally should have done it.
Yeah, I do turn stuff down for conflicts, but now I'm trying to like open it up a little bit. Because sometimes there's shows that are like really cool, and you're like, oh fuck, like I want to be in that. But the problem is like if I show up in that show, let's say it's for like Scrubs, that's off air, but like let's say a show like that, like I don't know what episode it is, and they don't tell you when you're filming it, so I would have to watch like all of Scrubs to figure out where I'm at, like looking at every background actor for like hundreds of hours.
Well, they probably wouldn't put you in like season 2. They're not gonna like edit you into an already existing
into a
episode.
previous. It could be like a George Lucas thing where he wanted more things in the background.
What's the most amount of extras you've been with in the like staging area?
Oh yeah, there was one I did where I was like a concert goer. I feel like I can say it because there's a lot of movies with like concerts and shit.
Yeah.
But like there was like probably like almost 100 of us. And you know they do that thing where you get like a ton of people, but then you kind of like mix them around and keep doing more shots to make it seem like a huge crowd, and they kind of edit it. So yeah, there was like 100 people in like a green screen area. I got to do that.
I'm almost honestly it's disturbed that like how long was that day?
Oh, you're thinking about money wise?
I'm thinking about money wise. It's not.
Yeah.
It's they could fill a room with 100 extras for an 8-hour day for $16, $17 for $13,000. And when you talk about projects that are made for $98 million, like one of the movies that I was looking at for Jennifer Garner earlier, so it's just, pennies on the dollar.
Jace, I thought you were going the opposite direction.
No, it's bullshit.
How much we get paid?
Yes, I think
And you're a necessary part of the product.
That's right. I'm extremely critical. But yeah, I mean,
as a group, you are though.
Yeah, when you take us all into account, like most of us go into overtime because I've never had a day that was just like 8 hours. So like when a crew of like 300 people all go into OT, they're spending just millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Which thank God for some labor laws.
Yeah, thank God.
Hey,
but some people were telling me
I took an entertainment law course on how to be an agent/manager/counsel.
Oh, so you want 10%, dude?
I'll take your money.
No,
and
I
will
want to do
call
all three. I want
a lot
30%.
of people if you want me to.
Listen, you guys can go on. You guys can go on and sign up to be an extra.
Yeah, they're not
So,
doing
okay,
a lot
so-
over here.
If I
New York.
So
Yeah.
Ryan and I need to visit you. We have to have made an account on this, and we just all need to try to get added as an extra on the same film. That would actually be pretty
That'd
funny.
be dope,
Yes.
dude.
You do end up meeting, like I've met the same people a few times too. And it's funny because I was telling you guys this earlier, like I'm half Asian and I could pass for most Asian roles. But like when my first day, like when it was like mostly Asian background people, they would kind of ask me like, "Oh, were you in the other Asian thing?" And I was like, what? No, like, and they're like, oh yeah, I was in it. Yeah, we're all, we all do the Asian things,
Dude,
and they all, it's like they all know each other, which I think is great.
Have you seen Master of None?
Yeah,
the second season, I think it is, where he talks about that happening to Indian actors.
Oh, right.
And he's a little bit more successful than an extra. He's like a small part.
Well, he's an
actor.
actual actor. Yeah.
But like that's like what essentially the episode is about.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? I might try it. I might take acting classes. I mean, I'm fucking here. But for now, I mean, basically this role was advertised to me as the lowest amount of effort possible. And for 30 minutes at a time, you're just in a shot. So I'm like, this is perfect. So
that's fine, man.
It's gonna break my immersion
Seeing
watching
Denali.
a movie. I mean, like I've seen that extra before.
Like the Leonardo DiCaprio Once Upon a Time in Hollywood meme.
Oh, the pointing meme?
Yeah.
That's going to be me for the next year, is me pointing at the screen. I mean, some of these dudes, they get, like, prominent extra roles. Like one of them was, like, he was going to get, like, a bodyguard role, where he would play, like, the bodyguard of a main character. And, he's like
I
a
thought you meant,
tough-looking
like,
dude.
he was Kevin Costner in the new Bodyguard movie.
Yeah, the bodyguard with Whitney Houston. But he was, but he would have been, like, in the background next to the main character, like, looking tough. For like the whole series, and you'd have like a prominent role, and they pay you more, and it's cool because you'd be in the shot a bunch. But people get shit like that sometimes.
But never
get
to talk.
That's how Michael Clark Duncan and Terry Crews were found, though.
Doing background,
doing bodyguard stuff.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But speaking of Hollywood, what's keeping you guys entertained?
Oh yeah,
what have you guys been watching this summer? Because I sure as hell have not been watching Anne Hathaway movies.
Yeah. What's a movie? What's a good movie you've seen, Ryan? We should talk about them. You brought it up. How about you start?
Okay. Well, I was really blown away, and I say this without a hint of irony.
Okay.
I had not seen this movie before. I actually had not seen any of this material before. But I was sitting on the couch on a Saturday afternoon, and I decided to put on Beavis and
My
Butthead
Big
Do
Fat
America.
Greek Wedding. What? Sorry.
And it was phenomenal. Like,
wait, you saw Do America, not the new one?
Yeah, Do America, the old one.
Okay, the original, yeah.
And I had never seen any of it, and it caught me so off guard. Like, it's not what I expected, really. So, yeah, that was good shit, man.
It's been a long time. Did it age well?
Yes.
Like, how was it in that
because
regard?
Because they're the butt of the jokes. I said butt. They're the butt of the joke, so you can always laugh at them. And, like, the other characters are somewhat competent, normal people. And so, I mean, yeah, there's still stupid jokes. I mean, the jokes that didn't age are, like, the political ones where they reference, like, President Clinton.
Right.
Is Beavis and Butthead kind of like our South Park, or
our South Park? Like, I mean, I thought South Park
was
our
South Park.
I mean,
so we were a little bit after Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead was more
that's
of the
the way I
MTV
meant
generation.
it. That is how I was attempting to ask that question. Our South Park was Beavis and Butthead, the similar.
The thing
type
about
of
Beavis
show.
and Butthead is there's not a lot of commentary.
It's not political commentary at all. Okay.
And the joke is
kind of like Ren and Stimpy.
Yes.
Which was also that time.
Yes.
That was just how they did all their cartoons.
The thing I love about Beavis and Butthead is, to me, it seems a commentary on, like, people who say, oh, those types of cartoons and everything are just totally garbage, and you watch those, they're Satan and all this kind of stuff, and they're evil, teach you bad things. Yeah. And Beavis and Butthead comes out and they're like, no, these people are the dumbest motherfuckers you have ever seen in your life. And that's what you think all this other stuff is. But that's what this actually looks like. If we were to make something that's just total dirt, it would be Beavis and Butthead. And that's why it's funny. Is like you drop all pretense and you're just like, I want to laugh at the baseline joke. The absolute lowest common denominator joke. There's nothing clever at all. There's one double layer joke in the entire movie, and the character who says it doesn't even understand the double layer. And it's just literally saying, hey, yeah, there's other forms of media than TV that are available to entertain us. And Butthead goes, you said anus. and that's literally the entire movie for 90 minutes.
It's brilliant.
What's it
aren't
on?
they in like?
I seriously
Paramount
just
Plus
watched
is
it
in,
on
yeah.
like some random free TV channel.
Did you? Oh my god. Oh, channel. TV
It says
channel.
TV.
Okay.
Has
No,
TV.
no,
TV's
no. It
old
wasn't like
now.
TV.
Yeah,
I was like free TV, like a Roku TV or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like an
Jace,
app.
it's on Paramount Plus. You know,
I don't have
on.
fucking
It's on
That's the
Paramount
new one.
Plus.
That's the new one.
Watch Star Trek. They have the rights. I'm pretty sure the whole. To do
How am
this.
I
just
gonna
watched
watch
it for
Star
free.
Trek? I'm not.
Don't watch it for free.
I
man.
just watched it for free.
Why wouldn't he He's saying he watched it for free through a service he subscribes to or has for free that he's
No.
signed up for.
No,
You're signed up for a service that provides it for free.
no.
How'd you watch it?
I just told my TV. I was going through my on my Fire TV, and it was like movies for free. It's a category, and I just clicked on it, and then started watching.
That sounds
and
too
laughed
hard.
at butt jokes. It's like,
Oh, you don't. So okay. So your TV
Okay.
has got some kind of advanced feature that lets you
Yeah.
peruse the free
like,
world.
like some Roku app or something like that. Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
is it
even
on
have a
radio?
Roku, but it was
This
on
is
something
going
like
to be
that.
fair. I support pirating with Plexus. Plexus? With Plexus.
We got a
Pirating?
criminal over here.
We got
I support pirating. And fuck you, Podbean, if you turn me in.
Listen, I got to get paid somehow, Jace. So please don't.
It's
pirate
not
my movies.
this.
Uh,
And it's not for you being in the movie because they just pay you for man hours. You're not getting paid for being in the movies.
I also would like to
they're
Not
gonna
yet.
pay
say,
me less.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
yet.
I would like to say that I watched the two versions of the 2018 Thai Cave Rescue. So I watched the
Oh,
dramatization
God. Here we
with Ron
fucking
Howard,
go again.
and I watched a documentary
Yes.
by Jimmy Chin and his wife, whose name I believe is Elaine. They were both amazing. Totally recommend. Check
Yeah.
them out.
It's 13 what?
13 Lives.
Lives?
I would very much recommend.
13 lives that all made it out. So now
Hey,
you know what
whoa,
happens and you don't
buddy,
need to
you don't
fucking
gotta do
watch
that.
it.
Jace, what the fuck, man? Now everyone's gonna know what happened to those kids in the Thai cave.
Also,
BitTorrent piracy doesn't affect
Okay.
U.S. box office ticket sales. So fuck you, Big Hollywood.
I want to say
It's Jace, not me.
I loved those movies, and Julie was like literally angry at me for rating on Letterboxd
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead the same as those two movies. She was like
Well,
upset with me. She liked them very much and was like really, really attached to those movies now. And I was like, yeah, I read Beavis and Butthead, the same thing. And she's like, you did fucking what? Change it. Go back.
I mean,
That doesn't make any. They're different genres.
Yeah.
I think they're all.
Thank you, Jace.
Yeah,
I think they're all the same genre in that they're all dadcore.
that is
Oh,
true.
that's
totally
They are all
fair.
dadcore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, audience.
Beavis
We
and
had a
Butthead's
long
dadcore.
discussion off camera about.
It wasn't
Whether
really
or
a
not-
discussion. It was you going, no, it's
It's
not
not
dadcore. It's not dadcore.
Good movies are dad.
movie.
Okay. Good. There's a lot of great movies that are dadcore. Like
No,
Saving Private
I'm
Ryan,
not
great
saying
movie.
that. I'm not saying that I don't like dadcore
Okay.
movies. I'm
Okay,
saying
yes.
that these movies aren't dadcore.
Okay. This has Joel Edgerton, Colin Farrell, and Viggo Mortensen in it.
Yes, directed by Ron Howard.
So
You're telling me
just
a movie
the
with
presence
them
of those.
isn't an action movie.
It's not an action movie. It has no liberal evil villain. It has no rock music. There's no like kind of rough and tumble female love interest.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
So Rocky wasn't a dadcore movie because it didn't have Russian.
Rocky is
You
not a
gotta know what you're
dadcore
saying.
movie.
Rocky's fucking dad.
Rocky
Rocky's
4.
Rocky is
Rocky,
dadcore.
Rocky 3 and 4, I would say.
Yeah.
But Rocky's not a dadcore movie.
I mean, our dads watched it.
That's different
Yeah.
than whether or not it's a dadcore movie.
It's made for dads, dude. Like when that came out, are they gonna be like, this is gonna be for the youths?
But
no,
no,
it's gonna be for dads.
so Julie's seen these Thai rescue movies, and we're not like, oh, it's a
Yes.
28-year-old blonde woman core movie.
Well, it's just disappointing to me. You think that
Yeah.
28-year-old women can't enjoy dadcore movies?
They can.
They're made for everybody, Ryan.
Did you think? Okay, I'm gonna look at another Ron Howard movie, Da Vinci Code, dadcore.
Mom core almost.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
I actually don't
That's
think Da Vinci Code is dad core.
You don't
I
think
would
dad
say
core-
mom
that's-
core.
It's like a History Channel movie. Are you shitting me? It's like a History Channel conspiracy movie.
I know about.
Yeah.
I think I would say that the ratio is like 20-1 women to men that I know that have read the Da Vinci Code.
I've read the Da Vinci Code.
You're the one.
You're the one.
That movie sucked. Okay, well, 13 Lives, good movie, thumbs up.
Very much thumbs up, yeah. I also watched a couple days ago the 1960 Swiss Family Robinson, starring your guys' two favorite actors, the boys from Old Yeller.
Oh my god, no.
The dog and the child that rides the dog.
Yeah. The two boys, literally two boys, are in both movies.
No shit.
It was atrocious. And, like, way worse thinking about, we read the trivia afterwards and all the animal cruelty. Like,
Oh my
it's
God,
on
no.
screen. It's not even like, oh, hey, you wouldn't guess, but those animals were treated really poorly. Like, that's the plot of the movie. They show up to this island, and their, like, goal is to, a family, let's be real clear, a white family from Europe,
Right.
lands
It's in
on
the
this
name,
tropical
Swiss.
island, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, a new island that is only inhabited by natives. Let's colonize it ourselves.
Oh man.
Yeah. And they
I've
they
never
like try to
seen this,
domesticate all the fauna.
Oh Jesus
It's
Christ.
really bad, guys. I would not recommend watching it.
Next season. Oh man. Okay, sweet. Well, Jace, what movies have you seen? Have you seen any good ones you want to bring up?
So it's actually really only surprisingly 2 Marvel movies that are coming to mind.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I did not go see it in theaters, and then it like came out on Disney Plus. So Yuri and I think
Oh shit.
ended up watching it, and I think that was during our break. Kind of mid.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear it's a mid one.
Honest, but it's a really tough movie for me. I haven't gone for the second watch, but I think it might be higher on like a second watch because they did a lot of things that they're not doing in other Marvel movies. So like if you're going in for the bread and butter, a superhero movie,
Right.
but and then breakdown. Dear God, protect Taika Waititi at all costs because one, Thor: Love and Thunder was hilarious, but on HBO Max, the television series Our Flag Means Death
I heard that was great.
is one of the best shows I've ever watched. So I've spent more time watching TV, and I think Our Flag for like a classical TV, Our Flag Means Death with Taika Waititi, which covers Blackbeard.
I was about to ask, what is it? I've never even heard of it. And
So
I
Our Flag
consider
Means
myself
Death
a fan of his.
is the story about this guy that is a nobleman in England, and he's like, well, I want to be a pirate, and he's like this really shitty pirate that pays all of his group. They're like, oh, we're gonna do pirate things, and then they meet Blackbeard, and Taika Waititi plays Blackbeard, and it's an actual pirate, and actually has people murder people, but pretty much everybody on the cast, like in the show, like on that boat, is gay, and then it just like really naturally rises, like 2 of the crewmates are having relations, and then the captain and then Blackbeard start to become like, there are scenes where it's like, ooh, where it's like
Yeah, I heard they actually do a good job at representing like an actual like thoughtful homosexual relation on screen without making like a joke about it too. Like I've heard that like a lot of good things about that show.
Absolutely, yeah. Great show. Would recommend watching it. And then the other one is an anime. Surprise, surprise. So on, I would really recommend everyone watch the show Ranking of Kings.
I haven't even heard of that.
If you can
Let me
watch
see.
it.
Let me see.
The protagonist is this young prince who is deaf, and like everybody in his kingdom at the start of this series thinks he's like dumb and an idiot. And through the help of his like companion, who he can actually like interact and like communicate with, he's able to. The entire show, I would say, at least on the onset, is like really about there are all these kingdoms, and each one of the kings in all of these kingdoms is ranked like number 1 through blah 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 based on their power and whatnot. And It's this art style, really cute compared to like a lot of the
I'm
popular
looking at it.
mainstream.
I like the animation. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like watercolory.
Yeah.
What's the name again?
Ranking of Kings.
And is this on HBO?
This is not on HBO. It's on. I think it's on. I watched it through Crunchyroll, which means it would probably be on Funimation, and I think for free. You can watch it for free on either of those.
Okay, word.
For free? You mean
no,
I have to download some
it's
sort of subscription-based
Unfortunately,
software?
no, not at all. You can
What?
just go to the website.
Oh, like on TV.
Yeah, you can.
On the internet.
See
on
how
your Fire
freaking
Stick
confusing, like annoying is someone just saying they don't understand what free means when you're trying to like get on with your sentence and like go to a different point.
Well, Funimation and Crunchyroll, you don't have to sign up for an account to watch it for free, but
Yeah,
some
but the funny thing
places
is I
like
have
Peacock.
the Funimation app on my Fire TV. Next to all my
Peacock,
other
you
apps.
might have to sign up to watch the free stuff because they
Oh, I
want your information. That was where my confusion was.
Well, hell yeah, I'll check that out. It'd be cool if we do like a recommended section at the end of our episodes too. I think that's a
think
tight
that's what
thing,
our
'cause we're always
podcast
watching this
is.
shit. Yeah, I mean we're also forcing ourselves to marathon certain things too. I've watched just a few movies. Like I watched a 3-hour experimental Russian movie called The Stalker when I was like in quarantine.
The
because it
Stalker
was, like,
or just Stalker?
I believe it's The Stalker, unless it's
Tarkovsky?
it's one of those. Tarkovsky. Have you seen it?
No, but that's on my short watch list.
But I fucking
Yeah.
know Tarkovsky.
Oh, it's called Stalker. Thank you, Ryan, from 1979. Yeah, it's from that. I've never seen an Andrei Tarkovsky movie. People just kind of said like, oh, you should see this. I forgot. I think it was because I'm a big fan of the Annihilation book series and movies, and a lot of people kind of draw a line between Stalker and that series. And also, there's been like a series of video games that have first-person shooters called like The Stalker. That's kind of based off this idea. But basically, it's about a
Whoa,
down
whoa,
front.
whoa.
Is this question?
Jace?
Is this
Yes.
like made in Russia or Russian director in
Oh,
Hollywood?
it's Russian as fuck, all
Okay.
from top to bottom.
Cool.
It's totally made from it's Soviet era. It's bleak as shit. I'm not gonna give you any details,
Yes,
Ryan,
thank
because in
you.
case you want to see it.
It's actually one of the ones
but-
on my watch list that I need to watch like very soon because I am close to having a detail spoiled. And I know nothing about it.
There's a dog in it.
Well, Jace, what the fuck?
Jace, oh my fuck, dude. Okay, well, Ryan, when you do see it, you'll have to text me.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts. I watched it on my phone. No,
What?
probably not the best movie to watch.
Dude, come over.
Because I was locked down like in the fucking Airbnb and had nothing to
Oh.
do. And let me tell you, watching like a bleak and barren Russian art film is not a good headspace lifter. And you're in a room. But then, I watched a couple other things. We watched, me and Ryan watched Prey, watched Sonic, the original movie, which
Good
is
movie.
a fucking fun-ass movie. And I also saw Old, which I think I might have texted you guys
Yeah,
about.
I wanna watch it
The
too.
M.
I like
Night
M.
Shyamalan movie.
The one with the beach.
The one with the beach where people get old fast, and it was fucking gross, disturbing as shit. Would recommend for a watch.
How many generations do they go through on that beach?
Do you want me to actually tell you what's going on?
No,
that
the
beach?
M Night.
Oh, damn it,
Well,
Ryan,
I want
fuck.
you to because I don't give a fuck. I'm
Well,
not gonna
it's
watch
an M
it.
Night.
Yeah.
You can't like talk about the plot of
Right.
an M Night movie because that's like the whole point of
Listen.
watching it. Is to
Well,
figure
he
out
said they.
yourself.
Well, we know they get old.
Yeah, but that's like the
Yes.
premise, not the plot.
Right. As the way M. Night movies are, if I reveal like more details, it'll spoil the movie because it kind of like unravels as you get more details.
Yeah, there's
about the movie.
from what I know, I
Yeah,
can do
you
it
gotta-
because I haven't seen the movie.
yeah.
They're stuck
Right.
on a beach. They go there with a family, like a couple families with their kids.
Yeah.
And then that's like the main plot driver is the
And they start
kids
getting old.
unexpectedly age faster than the adults. And yeah, it's so you're
Who's
right,
that
Jason.
smoking hot babe down there? That's your
It literally-
daughter.
Oh, Jace.
It's not too far off, Jace.
So yeah, Jace, you're right about there being like a generational thing.
It's one of the most fucked up movies I've seen in a while, actually.
Good. Glad.
It was, but I wanted to do a while back an M. Night season, just because all of his movies are like this, where they just take a wild
I'm a big
idea,
M Night fan.
yeah, and then just take it to like the most extreme, crazy, crazy conclusion. Old is crazy. It's on HBO, Jace. If you ever want to see it,
So I
either
should
you guys-
watch The Last Airbender.
yeah, please watch The Last Airbender. I should also say his most of his movies people will say are bad, but
I
some are
totally
excellent.
disagree, by the way.
Yeah,
I
love his
my
movies.
hot take
yeah.
is, I think if you were like M. Night sucks, all his movies suck. Last Airbender put aside, I think you're a basic.
Yeah.
Glass was good.
The Happening?
Glass.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've seen
The Happening's great.
I really like The Village, and Unbreakable was amazing. Unbreakable is flawless.
Ryan's scared of balls at Signs, so.
Oh, and Signs. Can't even talk about Signs too much. It's too good.
Yeah, we got to do M. Nights.
Okay, we're
Stuart Little.
getting a little off topic.
Stuart Little, that's a great one. Great twist.
Wait, was that actually? Oh, screenplay by M. Night Shyamalan. What?
Yeah,
I
at
did
the
not know
end,
that.
it was a boy the whole time. He just looked really weird.
He did this. Wow. Huh. Okay.
It's like I saw that meme where it's like, can you imagine being an orphan and someone adopts a mouse before you? Orphanage. And besides that, we've been watching a lot of reality TV. We watched The Ultimatum all the way through, which is a terrible, trashy show. Everyone should see it. It's where a bunch of couples who one of the people in the couple gave an ultimatum where it's like either we get married or we break up, right? Which is a great start to a marriage. And there's like 8 couples who do this, and they go on this show, and the show people are like, okay, well, all you couples trade partners for 3 weeks and live with each other and pretend to be dating, and then trade back and then see if you still want to get married. And if that doesn't make sense to you, what I just said, and if that was confusing at all, that's kind of like part of the show. It's like almost like an AI created this like premise, but it's wild as shit.
Like wife swap, but like actually,
it's kind of like wife swap, I guess. Like all the partners, they're all hetero, and they all just fucking switch.
Do they boink each other?
Well, that's for you to find out, Jace.
I don't want to watch it.
It gets messy, dude. I guarantee. Watch one episode and try not to watch it all the way through in the same night. You will not resist. It's horrific, and then the reunion episode gets messy as fuck. So Ultimatum on Netflix. Yeah, it's from the creators of Love is Blind, if you've seen that one, which is another trashy, terrible
Love
show.
is Blind is very popular in the UK, right?
It's popular
I
here.
think you're thinking of like Love Boat.
No, isn't Love is Blind?
Love is Blind is the Netflix
or
thing.
is the season in the UK?
I don't know, but I think they have a different
took place in
water vessel type show.
Love Island.
Wait, did you say? Oh, I was thinking Love Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love is Blind is American. Great shows, but yeah, I mean, that's a good summary. I mean, have you guys been up to anything else? Do you guys think that pretty much covers our?
I have a bicycle.
Yeah,
as an adult.
Yeah,
you bought a bicycle.
I did want to just. This is something that was not addressed at all, except through your Instagram post. Like, you just unexpectedly, from my perspective, took up serious bicycling.
Yeah, I bought a bicycle and then I went on a 33-mile ride.
Oh my
god! Like the next day.
My first ride on the bicycle was a 33-mile ride.
I don't think that's the way that that people normally get into it.
No, but that's what I did.
It really surprised me. I was like, has he kind of been doing this the whole summer, and now it's just like coming public about it?
Nope. I had been trying to buy a bike online, and every time it got shipped to my house, it was damaged and the frame was cracked. And then I got fed up. I was like, I'm not getting another bike from you because I can't trust it. I went to a bike shop. I bought a bike. I had taken PTO off on Friday because I wanted to ride my bike originally, and I rode around Lake Washington.
Wow, nice.
You know what? I just gotta say this every now and then. Sometimes I like to put down your physical accomplishments because they make me feel worse about myself. But I just gotta say, good job, dude. That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Does it have sick pegs on it? On your bike? Is there any pegs? So you can do tricks?
Like grind?
No. Unfortunately, no. My bike's not that cool. It doesn't have pegs on it.
Mine had pegs,
really low?
dude. When I was growing up, mine had pegs.
Shit.
Yeah, all the cool ones.
My friends could ride on the back.
Fuck.
Yeah, you have 3 friends ride on them.
Damn.
Does it have is the seat the same height as like the handlebars? Is it one of those?
Can the handlebars go all the way around without lines twisting?
No, unfortunately, they can't.
Mine did that.
Mine has a kind of this is kind of a lame adult bike, not like a fun.
Is it how high can you ollie it? Can you ollie the bike really high?
Ooh, I think I could do that if I physically could.
The wheels would fold in half.
They would. I think it'd be it's a gravel bike, so you could ride it down like a mountain bike path. if you wanted to.
It's got 6 shocks.
But no shocks,
Oof.
just big wheels, bigger wheels.
Big wheels keep on turning.
I'm not very comfortable on a bike. Actually,
Yeah, that's my next comment. Was what's the over/under on Jace's life expectancy now?
Yeah, pretty. Honestly, I'll bomb down a road with traffic. The only problem, I was like road riding probably like 50% of the time on that ride. And the only trouble I had was some fucking old lady in Kirkland did not look into the bike path and almost doored me. She almost blasted her door open from her car into me, sending me into oblivion.
Oh my god, that's my biggest fear too. Because apparently no one looks, but when they swing their door open,
Nobody.
Like just today, we've had to swerve 3 times because people just like fling their doors open. Totally crazy. Jace, I hope you stay safe. You ever think about like those bike seats? Like you guys ever like you talk to like bike executives and are just like doesn't it hurt your butt?
I have a butt pad. Yeah, I've got
Okay.
I've got what they call a bib, which is basically like a spandex thing with a butt pad.
Oh, that sounds nice, dude.
It's a big butt pad. It's
the
nice.
seats suck, man.
My gooch still hurt, but I've got a butt pad.
Yeah, it's like all the weight goes on the butt crack and
What
the
is the
privates,
thought
man.
there? Because that like there's not like a bunch
There's
of
a better-
other seats that are also shaped that way.
I just learned this. So
Okay.
really,
Please.
it kind of you could have a nicer seat if you were like on a commuter or you wanted
could
to.
have.
You could.
Okay.
You can very well buy a nicer, wider, padded seat. But it kind
Like
of
a motorcycle.
It rolls down from like the competitive aspect of it, where you want your bike to be as light as possible. So the seats on these bikes, when you buy them, are stock and they're leather, because even if you're riding it like just kind of like riding it downtown, your butt's gonna sweat. You don't want your seat to be made. You don't want the seat material to be made of a material that you can't wash. So you either have a pad that you put on top of it, like something you put on top of the seat, so you can take that off and wash it, or you have a pad in your shorts.
So it's a butt sweat situation, and when I said motorcycle seat, I was realizing that it's probably hard to pedal with a motorcycle seat.
Oh yeah,
too.
that'd be pretty tough.
Probably that's why it's so thin. Okay,
Everybody
now my
stands up
argument's
anyways.
falling apart.
That'd rub on your thighs.
Okay, all right, that's why. But I feel
Why
like
is
there's
there
a better
why
way.
is there a portion to like there's like the butt portion and there's like the wiener
Yeah,
portion?
yeah.
Is that
portion that-
necessary?
I think it's just like really specifically supposed to be like supporting the part of your pelvis, where your pelvis, like if you reach under, you got the hard parts in the middle of the butt cheeks.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it could be better. Like there could be like a harness that kind of lifts you up a little bit from the sides, so your full weight's not on your gooch and balls.
Yeah.
Just some thoughts, Huffy, to implement in the next model.
I almost fell down on the road the other day, though, is what I was going to say, because I can't push. I was at a stoplight, and I had to start going, and I had my foot on the curb. And what I found is that I need to start with my left foot down because I'm not balanced. And I pretty much almost like swerved out into traffic to try and stop, almost fell off the bike, and had to pick my bike up and walk off the side. And an old lady watched me. She was like,
Damn liberals.
We're the automobile generation. Damn. Well, I'm excited, Jace. I hope you you develop into like one of those biking yuppies who just they bomb down those hills and they look super athletic. When I look at those guys and I'm sitting in my car like with Cheeto dust all over me, eating Sour Patch Kids for breakfast, stuck in traffic, I feel like a real schlub. So.
I can't hang dong like the cool kids with their spandex shorts.
Yeah.
I don't got enough going down there to, push it off and up to the side. I found that out, so I don't think I'm going to get that serious.
What a great closer.
What a great, thank you guys for joining us and sticking with us throughout the summer break. Stick around and see what happens. We have a couple episodes in the episode bank as well. So we've recorded, I think, 2 other ones that I'm editing right now. We'll put it out. Poor Joe, who was on our episode like months ago, he keeps messaging me. He's like, "Hey, you guys gonna fucking release that? Like, was it that bad? Like,
no, we're
you
not.
guys have put out 4 episodes besides the one I recorded, but we are gonna put that out. and finish out the Hathaway season, and then do something else for State of the Podcast. We're gonna just start a new chapter and do something. We'll feel creatively refreshed because this is like a shit that's half taken for the past 2 months, and we just need it to be fleshed.
You have such a way with words.
A real Shakespeare.
And we're about to release Princess Diaries 2, so stick around for that. But otherwise, thanks for hanging with us. It's Jace, Ryan. It's good to have you guys back and be hanging with you guys again, too. And Jace, maybe one day, you and I can make a solo episode, too, just so we can complete
fuck me, right?
Maybe we can tell Ryan to fuck off for 1 week.
Doesn't Ryan, don't you have the most bonus episodes?
I got a couple bonus episodes, yeah.
You're technically, you're the most...
You've had every combination.
The most episoded.
That's right.
I can't let that stand.
I probably watched the most movies, so it kind of makes sense, though.
True.
Fair enough. Our bonus episode wasn't even about a movie.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your episode,
your
bonus. In fact, that was the one single episode that's been entirely about one person, and it was about me.
Your bonus episodes don't need to be about movies.
Whose show is this? Okay. Anything you guys want to plug before we leave?
Yeah, I mean, I don't quite get like the Beatles.
Yeah. You don't get you can't fucking do this twice, Ryan. You can't just name another band and say you don't like it.